Well, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good tonight or this evening, whichever way you want to look at it. We're just kind of messing around out on the um on our property here, homestead property. Um, just trying to uh figure something out real quick. So if you can just bear with me, I am um hmm, trying to look something up, to be honest. Um, we've got a, oh, anyway, I'll skip it for now. It'll be fine. So, yeah, we've got a few trees down. I was able to, go in on my production on this wood chip production. Good evening, Miss Bunny. Miss Bunny, how you doing? Was able to get in here and we were actually able to change up the percentages, the productivity on them. And I've been able to get them down to, well, 5%, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then it goes 50. I tested this in another location on another save, and it does work. We get exactly 7 pallets or 7 bundles, whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, we have it working at 10%. It produces 7. So we're happy about that. Now, mind you, if you go into the XML and you mess around with it, it's going to tell you that it needs an update. So you've kind of got to, well, thank you, ma'am. So you kind of got to skip over it, so to speak, and just say, yeah, we know all about that. Just keep going. All right. So to get our wood chip production back up, I've decided to come out here and cut some trees. And throw some wood in there so it can produce some wood chips. We still haven't got anything out of our, I don't think we've got anything out of Granny's anywhere yet. But as I mentioned, we are chopping these trees down to clear because I am planning on where the pine needles are. I am planning on replanting trees. I don't know if I'll actually okay. I don't know if I'll actually replant trees or if I will just come in and spend the money on planting a tree that, because once I do this, the trees that I put in this area will not be cut. They'll just stay there. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to try that. Okay. Well, that's a couple of trees. We'll go over here and see about dropping these off in the wood production, our wood chip production, because our wood chips are a little low at the moment. We've only been using what we get out of these sawmills, and they only produce about 2,000 wood chips per month. The wood chip production produces a lot more than that. But let's see, I think we put it in here. I don't remember. No, wrong way. Good thing this thing does that. Okay, so all we have to do is that. and it just takes it. Isn't that lovely? So yeah, that put wood, a little bit of wood in. One of the reasons that we are going to need our oak trees is to feed this thing. And the sawmills, of course. But yeah, I'll have to look at changing that up. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Um, I'm just saying that if anybody does it, just know that, yeah, you'll have to do something like that to, or you'll just have to put up with it saying it needs an update, which it doesn't bother me. It's just a couple of extra clicks. But let's see here. This I like this trailer. It is annoying to try to park it, like back it up. It's one of the reasons I made it to where I could just drive through the center of the trees. But I'm going to have to go check on the knitwear here shortly. I don't remember if I put any more wool in there or not. I don't like the openings in between the trees. Okay, cool. It's one of the reasons I'm going to go with more oak in this little forested area through here. I don't know. I'm still thinking I'm going to have to cut all of it down and then come back through. I probably should have rethought that, but it's fine. Even if I chop it all down, I can sort it out later. The tree rows are nice. I probably should change up the way the pine needles are, but yeah, it'll be fun. But you don't, like, you're not able to put, like, the spruce doesn't really put a lot in there. Like, you know, that was 4 trees and it was almost 20,000 liters of wood. One fully grown oak is 21,000 liters of wood. So I think it's great. I mean, I love trees. I do believe in doing sustainable forestry. I don't like clear cutting, and if you do clear cutting, I like to think that you would do it so that you were able to replant. That, to me, that's just the way to do it. But you know, with logging companies and the way they work, sometimes it just doesn't work that way. But as you can see, I've got a few trees I've got to cut down. Oh, I do actually have a couple of pallets of clothes. Interesting. Well, I will deal with that later. Right now, we're just cutting trees. And this is just, oh, hello, Miss Hillbilly. How are you tonight? Or this evening? Think, yeah, I think it's going to come through there, so. That's sort of like, I like being able to create an area. Like, to me, this would be like an area that you could sort of create and be able to hang on a minute. I think I gotta put, there it is. Um like in this area, you could put in a picnic table, and if you maybe if you spread it out a little bit more, maybe, I don't know, maybe up in here you could put a wood pit and some log benches around and stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool. Um, I don't know. That's just me. Good to hear it, Miss Hillbilly. Happy to hear you're doing well. But I've always been one of those people that, I mean, yeah, okay, I come in and I chop a lot of trees, but, well, I planted a lot of trees too, so nobody can say I'm not doing it sustainably. I did skip out on the whole stump cutter thing because, well, the stump cutter just never came up in the blasted used vehicle sales. Like, I even did a paid to have a search on it, and yeah, just it never came up. And I'm like, well, I need the stumps gone because that one went where close enough. But yeah, let's see if I can get that one. To go where I want it. Yeah, close enough. But I mean, having a little place like this as well would be really cool to sort of like with kids or grandkids or whatever, create a little um, place for them to go and visit and use their imagination, and have little tree forts and stuff like that. Um, I remember when I was young, I used to really love being out in the woods. I still love being out in the woods, to be quite honest. Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and cut these two, and then we'll straighten it all up and go deliver some more wood. Now, I know there are easier ways to do this, but affording the machinery to do it is a whole different ball game. Well, that and the fact that you have to find out if it'd be in the used sales. So yeah, one of the reasons I've definitely made sure to plant some oak trees is so that we can have a nice amount of wood to be able to keep our sawmills going and our wood chip production going. These little ones are a pain in the butt. Okay, so we should be able to go here. Yep. Sometimes the little yellow or orange or whatever it is colored circle is really hard to see, or maybe it's just me getting old. Yeah. Hey, Krusty, how you doing, man? I'm just messing around doing some cleanup. trying to make my little homestead look more homesteady. Is that a word? I don't know. But we're cutting some trees down to clear them out so that we can make well, I want to make I want to make it look like there's a strip of trees. So we're going from here and down through here and over to here. I want to make it look like it's meant to be there. I'm actually considering bringing it down here because um, the property lines are sort of, that's one block, and then this is another block. So I'm thinking maybe we'll bring it through here, and then all this will be filled with wood. This will have another field, and blah, blah, blah. But for now, we're just messing around and chopping our trees down and filling our sawmill and our wood chip production. Well, I messed up and planted that tree right over the top of that one, didn't I? Whoopsies. Oh well. It's fine. And I thought I dropped that really well. Apparently not so much. As long as I can get... Okay, is that... Well, hang on a minute. I feel like I'm on a jumpaline or something sometimes. But I think the well, I mean, I can get them delimbed. I mean, eventually. It's a bit of a pain sometimes. I like the spruce because the spruce are easy to delimb. The only problem the only reason I don't like the spruce is due to the fact that they have a decided lack of wood in them. Okay. Well, I have done it before. I'm not going to say this was the brightest thing in the world I could have done, you know. But I have done it before. Yeah, they just don't have the volume of, say, oaks. Like, you know, most spruce only have about maybe 5,000 in them, like this one. It's got 44,961. So, you know, they don't have a lot of volume. Which means that you have to cut a lot of them to get the volume up in your sawmills or wood chip production or whatever. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, I did. Well, I mean, it was there, right? That's the way it works, right? Dust Bunny's School of Driving. Oh, I bet you anything he's referring to you. I've seen her driving skills. I wouldn't put it past her jumping over logs with a tractor. I mean, I think the only question I would have is, did you get, did you get air out of it? Like, how much air did you get when you jumped? That'd be my question. Oh, I finally had snow on this map. It's kind of cool. Mr. Stu, always a pleasure. Appreciate you being here. My favorite vampire. And good day to Ebony as well. But yeah, we did manage, like I said, the WoodChip Production Mod was a little, what's the word I'm thinking of? A little bit overzealous. Yes, a little overzealous. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Move that. In its productivity. And we've been able to remedy that by doing a little tinkering with the XML files. So now I can actually use it without worrying about it going haywire. All right. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's true. At least it was at your front door. I think we'll go dump this. But yeah. So our tree farm is going well. We're cutting down trees to replace them with trees. Yeah. I I do wear a headset, yes. Um, I thought about getting a mic, but yeah, I mainly just wear a headset. Although I've got one side of the headset off because I need to be able to hear in case I'm called. That and the fact that the chainsawing sometimes drives me insane. Um, because it gives you the full amount of the chainsaw. You know, I've got ear protection for when I actually do chainsawing, which I do, but um, I don't particularly care for the racket. I've listened to enough loud stuff in my lifetime. Why is it malfunctioning? Um, because yeah, I'm not really set up for that at the moment. Um, I gave it some consideration, but I have a really good headset. Um, I always check my recordings and stuff, and it always seems to come through nice and clear. So yeah, I haven't really messed with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the way I see it. Well, that is quite the achievement there, Stu. I'm impressed, man. I don't even remember my Morse code anymore. So yeah, that oopsies. I think I'd be able to pull out an SOS if I had to, but yeah, that'd be about it. All right, let me just double check on the yep 93,000. It's plenty. 87,000. That's plenty. Put that over there. That works. I think we'll get the rest of this up, and then we're probably going to move into next month. I really want to see how well this wood production here performs. Mainly just double checking to make sure that my calculations are correct. I mean, the clearing out to create this, I'm not really, would it retreat or whatever you want to call it? Yeah, it's a, it's a continuing effort, so it's not like I got to get it all done tonight. You can do, excuse me, do you have a taco? Man, I'm jealous. Seriously, I'm jealous at this point. I'm pretty sure I could get the SOS thing done, but I couldn't do the taco thing, which would honestly would really upset me, to be honest about it. I wonder if that would. Oh, it did. Fantastic. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, we're back. Just had to. Well, hang on a minute. That's not going to work. See if I can fit this back into just. There we go. All right. I got a little bit done. I get a little bit I get a little bit of that done every time I start on this save. I cut a few trees and supply the sawmills and all that nifty stuff. So I was very, very happy to, oh, I think I got some more furniture too. I think I've already put it in there though. Yeah, I did get some more furniture. Was this one at 87? Yeah. Go ahead and top this up. There we go. See if I can make this turn. All right. We'll grab our clothes. Got our lodge pole growing. It's going to be, I think it's 3.5 years, almost 3.5 years before the lodge pole reaches full maturity. So we're going to be waiting on that for a while. And we've still got to put a bakery up over here and landscape it to where we can get it on a flat area. We should be able to pick both these up. There we go. I think I might have to set up a storage over here as well. I don't know what to think about that. We'll go store it over here for the time being. And then, all right, I do need to check. Have I finished my, yeah, I think I just planted that this month, April. Sorghum. Yeah, I just planted that, so I can do fertilizing next month. And I don't remember if I've checked the sheep and goats. I think, well, maybe I did. Yeah, apparently I did. Although there does appear to be some wool there. That's nice. And we spent a fair bit of money on additional goats and sheep. We were up to almost try this one more time again. We have liftable pallets, so move that out of the way. Grab this pallet. What did I put in here? Yeah, that's 200 full-grown ones. Okay, cool. We do have to sell our goat milk at some point. We're getting a fair bit of it. All right. Pretty sure everything else is okay. Food and water good. Food and water good. Yep. We did plant grass. This was it last month. We planted grass last month. So all right, let's move into next month. Let's get started at 7. And of course it's raining. Wait, what? No more space to place new pallets? Huh? Interesting. What is that? Header. Oh, I could use that, but I'd say that's the newer one. What is that? Mulcher. It's a weeder. Baler. Yep. And of course it's going to rain. Fantastic. Hang on a minute. I don't know. Am I missing something here? Like, seriously? Okay. Need to go check our wool because apparently the wool somewhere is way too much, it would seem. There's space for another one. Yeah, looks like it. How weird. Well, yeah, but I mean, usually there's like a big cloud overhead. You know what I mean? Like there's usually a cloud somewhere, not little bitty fluffy clouds like that. A big dark cloud normally overhead, and it rains, and the sun is shining else like everywhere, but not just that. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm used to rain and sunshine. But usually there is a dark cloud somewhere in the sky to say, oh, by the way, I'm here. Right. They're a little wispy. Normally the ones we get, actually, it's a little thunderhead looking cloud. And you get rained on from that. But you know, like the rest of the sky is clear type of thing. Not just, yeah. Anyway, it's like I said, it's fun. Yep. Let's see. I think we will move this out the way, and we will turn that like this, something like that, and then we'll do that one like that, and we will do, and we'll just put it up here. That'll work. Oh, grab that one. Put it back in here. Grab that. There we go. I do too. I mean, I actually enjoy watching it, watching lightning streak across the sky. It's really cool. But, you know, some people don't like the lightning. But I've always enjoyed it. Okay, which one of you are not you? Okay. This back in there. Oh, getting the daily chores done. Gotta, I do. I like the lightning. Honestly, like, have you ever seen like heat lightning? Heat lightning is I mean, it's just really cool sometimes to watch that. Um, when when is? Hang on a second. Goat milk. When is that the best time to sell? September. Okay. All right. So that's our sheep and goats taken care of. Now, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Stu. I would prefer thunder to fireworks, to be quite honest. Um, those, yeah, sometimes those give me a little bit of a issue. Okay, so we have those, and we should have, okay, that's wood chips. Now I'm going to have to go and load up those. That's OSB, also known as plywood, that I am producing over there. Cool, cool. That worked. Um, hmm. Let's see if I can wiggle this around. Hmm. Watch my terrible skills at putting this together. Close enough. Well, we live probably about 5 miles outside the city. And then, of course, we have our local neighbors. I mean, we do live on about 10 acres, 12 acres, 11.84. However, in saying that, we do have neighbors and they have kids and they like fireworks. My mom's puppy dog does not like fireworks at all. Actually, I don't know many dogs that do, to be quite honest. Had a mastiff cross. He would sit there through thunder and lightning and all that stuff. He wasn't happy about it, but he could handle it. But the fireworks, nope, he was out of there. Yeah, he was just like, nope, not doing it. Which I thought was extremely hilarious in some ways because that dog was huge. Oh, that's not good. Oh well. It's fine. Well, that would yeah, mm-hmm. I take it you don't have a lot of neighbors, Stu? It's fine. I don't know about. There we go. That'll work. These are just going into the WoodChip production anyway, so. Something else I don't understand about the WoodChip production is it says it's selling it to the WoodChip production, but I'm turning around and actually making products out of it, so I'm not really sure how that works. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having all of my neighbors be related. That'd be kind of cool. But, yeah, that's not really happening. I mean, all the stuff that I'm stacking up over here is going to be taken and sold. So, it doesn't really matter if it falls down. Because I'll be loading it up on a wagon anyhow. So, yeah. Okay, I miscalculated that one a little bit. Wait, what? What's going on here? Thank you. Um, it would appear that we did not get furniture this time around. I knew I forgot something. I had planned on putting some just regular wood pieces into that to see if it would produce furniture quicker. Oh well, next time. That got me laughing, Stu. That's funny. Sugar wafers. Now I want sugar wafers. Dang it, Stu. Anyway, I mean, I could see where that, you know, would. I can see where it would look like that. That's wood beams. I am doing a combination in that sawmill of wood beams and long planks. I think I've got enough long planks at the furniture or carpentry location at the moment. Um, what? Vampires aren't supposed to have sweet tooths? What? That's just rude. Alright, I gotta do something with this. Uh, Whoops. Sometimes the liftable pallets and objects thing does not, does not cooperate very well. Oh me. Probably not tomorrow, although it's a possibility I may go live tomorrow night. Or Saturday. Um, Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Stu, but vampires are, you know, not really alive and stuff. So it's not like their teeth are going to decay. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure why sugar's a problem. I'll have to look into that though, because yeah. I mean, absolutely true. You know, you don't want to get your teeth messed up as a vampire because, well, obviously you need them. Um, Yeah, so now you guys can see how terrible I am at stacking stuff. Eh, let's see if I can hit this one again and knock all of them over one more time. That should be fun. I mean, I thought all that drinking of blood refurbished them back to full health and vigor and made everything perfect again. Isn't that the way that works? Otherwise, I'm going to be seriously disappointed in Dracula. All right. Well, I mean, that's true, but if you brush and floss afterwards, you should be fine, vampire or not, right? Okay. We've got all this. We need to drop our weight off because the last time I tried to hook up to a trailer with the weight on, I got flipped. That was hilarious. Wait, let's go find out. I wonder if it'll do it on this one. It did it on the homemade trailer. I don't know if it'll do it on this one though. We shall see. No, worked perfectly. Cool. All right, just wait a minute. There should be another 2. Oh, there's another 2, not 3. Okay, that's fine. So that's 6. Excellent. Oh yeah, we were just wait, what what? What what what? Okay. Nope. Interesting. It the ground. That's hilarious. I don't know if I've got enough room in here to do this or not, but let's find out. Apparently I do. Excellent. Oh, don't hit the piles. That's the last thing I need. Apparently so, unless it's unloaded. Um, Now, mind you, this is not the same trailer. I see it. If it's not loaded, it's fine. But when it's loaded, apparently it's like, nope. Oh, that's just wow. Wow. Uh, you, I've run into a tree and made splinters. Oops. Stu, that was. Mm, mm, mm. All right, 97% is. That is not ready to harvest by any stretch of the imagination. Well, it is first stage. It's the first stage of harvest. Okay. Now we need to do. What was I need to do? Fertilizer. That's what I need to do. Fertilizer. I think that might be a little too close there. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know that it needs yellow tops on the grass. I just know that I can kind of look at it and tell that it's not ready, even though it says it's ready. Um, there's a it takes a couple of growth stages. Like it takes like when you plant it and then it grows and like it will tell you that it's ready and it's not really ready. Like it says that, it's harvestable, which it is. Um, the only problem is to get the full maximum yield off of it that you want to get, you need to wait for that next growth cycle. Let's go fertilize something. And I planted, what was that? I planted wheat there, sorghum there, no oats down there, sorghum here. Is that right? Crops. Yep, sorghum, wheat, oats. Okay. And this is what happens. See all the wonderful design patterns in my planting? That's what happens when you put a worker to planting stuff. Okay, let's do this. Right. Let's just double check. Yep, definitely giving it good fertilizing. So we got what? We got oats. Oats will be ready in 2 months. Sorghum will be ready in 3 months. Wheat. Wheat will be ready in 2 months. Excellent. Well, the problem is that apparently I can't send them to the academy. Um, the game will not allow me to do so. If I could, I promise you I would send them to the academy instead of having all these interesting designs in my field. I know I have really interesting designs in my field. Um, yeah, yeah, interesting designs in my field. As long as it grows, I don't care. I do because it looks weird, but yeah. I mean, they are kind of cool though. Hmm. Mhm. It definitely is unique. Thank you, Mr. Worker, for making my field unique. He missed a spot. He missed a couple of spots. Okay. And this is one of the reasons that I like to be able to have them just to go up and down the field. Just back and forth, up and down, without the whole headland thing. Otherwise, we get this very unique pattern, and they miss spots. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll have to remember that for the next time that I plant a field. Go and check all corners and make sure that they are fully planted. But in saying that, we are making a little bit of headway. I mean, I could have given this job to the workers, and they would. I think they would adequately be able to do this. Maybe that's what I need to do in the future. Let them feed it, and I'll seed it. All right. I miss old tractors like this. No depth to worry about. Just kind of plain and straightforward. You could work on yourself. Kind of miss that. So what's everybody up to tonight? What are y'all doing? Besides hanging out here. Have you had a good day? Been busy? Done anything interesting? Oh, and Mr. Stu, are you going to go live at some point tonight? That's another area on this field that I want to work on is the trees up in this corner, in this little area here. Need some oaks in there. That's what I think. I gotta clean up the edges. I don't know how the harvester's gonna do around there. Indiana Jones? I'm confused. Indiana Jones? Did they bring out a new Indiana Jones game? And planting potatoes. Oh, what joy. I don't know. I think that I would rather maybe get a root canal than plant potatoes. I'm not sure. Huh. I'll have to look at that. I mean, it's kind of not really my thing, but then again, it might be. I mean, I did play Assassin's Creed, so, you know. Not any of the latest ones, mind you. Um, oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, it's like the first mow I did on this, um, with a sickle bar mower, the very small one. I did, um, this shows just what's, what used to be, but I'd cut all these trees down. I mowed all this area and all this area with a sickle bar mower. And it took forever to, to do the baling because I didn't have a windrower. Hmm. Yeah, I heard about The Last of Us. I never really kind of got into that. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Bethesda put it out? Hmm. Me and Bethesda have a little bit of a love-hate relationship. Oh goodness. Mr. Stu, are you doing base game, like, are you harvesting it base game too? Like using the base game machines to harvest it? And the minute somebody said something to me, or the minute I found out that they were doing, yeah, I think we all have a love-hate relationship with Bethesda. um, the minute I found out they were putting onions in this game, I was like, you won't ever see me plant an onion in this game. Plain and simple. Well, all I can say is good luck to you, sir. I did the first harvest I did on green beans or green peas or yeah, green beans. First harvest I ever did on that, I did it on Walker's farm. Now, mind you, I'd never actually planted or harvested green beans. Um, it was a 58-acre field, basically full of green beans. Um, and I harvested it with base game machinery. And I'm like, not going to do that again. Not on 55 or 58 freaking acres. Holy crap. It took me like 6 hours to harvest that. Real time. I'm like, geez. After that, all I can say is thank whoever made the Lizard Colossus pack. I love those people. I love that person. I love that person so very much because I had another green bean field that I was supposed to harvest, and they wanted to give me the in-game um, harvester, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'll pass. And I leased the Colossus harvester. I had it done in like 10 minutes or something. I mean, granted, it was only about a I think it was a 30 or 40 acre field, but yeah, 20 minutes tops, done. Of course, I did get the widest unrealistic header that I could get, and it just done. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. But yeah, I want harvest green beans with the in-game harvester again. Not unless it's small, like small acreage. If I were to plant, like if I were to plant it on, say, this field right here or this field, sure, no worry, I'd use the in-game. But I can't lease, so I'm not planting green beans. All right, what else did I need to do? I got the wood done. I got that done. I got the fertilizer done. Um, I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done. At least for this month. Um, let's go check real quickly over here at our... I should probably take some wool with me, huh? Yeah, probably should. Turn around and grab some pallets of wool. I don't know, maybe I should get 8. I think I can fit 8 on here. Wool. We will take 8 of them. Hmm. I have to be careful because if I push them too much, they will go back into the warehouse. I got to do this all over again. Yeah, well, yeah, I feel your pain, Mr. Stew. All I can say is I feel your pain. I will not be doing that again. Um, they can keep them green beans, house, and any of the other ones that they want to put in. I'm not really. Okay, I think I came about this the wrong direction. So let's try this again from this side. Yes, that's better. Um, well, I don't know about you, but 9 hours of harvesting carrots, that just hurts my feelings. I don't have 9 hours to harvest carrots. I'll be honest with you. Um, so more power to you if you enjoyed that. I think it was, if I yeah, it was 6 hours doing the green beans, and I'm like, nope, not doing this no more. That was painful for me. I mean, I didn't mind the first couple hours of it, and then I looked up and I was like, wait, this is all I've got done? Oh my God. Okay, we'll set those there. We'll jump out. That'll go in there. That'll go in there. That'll go in there. Let's push these over here. There we go. Fixed. Um. Hmm. I think we'll leave those there. Yeah, I bet it did damage your soul. Um. Okay. Where am I putting my bakery? I need to put a bakery. Well, I actually need to put a grain mill and a bakery. So back. Let me move this to a spot that I can't be in the way. Let's see. Where do we put the bakery and the grain mill? All right. So this is flat. I think I extended the flat out to about here. Um, looks like it. And then that one, it kind of curves in here. So I need to leave room to be able to get into here and to get into here, which would technically be right here, a road here, and then a road here. Hmm. If I do, I mean, I guess I could do what I did before. Um, that just does not mesh with what I think it should. That's a wee bit expensive. I don't want anything really huge either. Um, see, I normally use this. Oh, that's a garage. No, that's not what I want. And I don't really want to have it. That's a garage with a tool table. No. Hmm. I think that's a wee bit too big. Do you roll potatoes? Are you gonna put them in your pipe and smoke them? Just looking for a regular shed, Miss Dust Bunny, because I want to put a grain mill and a bakery in it. But see, I don't want to. I don't want to put something like this. I don't want to really open. I mean, I guess this would be okay. But I mean, in all honesty, that looks like some place that I'm using for a garage. I guess technically we could put it in there, but we don't really want it open to the elements. That's a bit too big. What about that one? Well, that's not too bad. And it's a garage. Okay. Yeah, I like doing it that way. Um, but unfortunately, it's sort of like one of those situations where you don't really have a lot of options sometimes. Um, hmm. Now I wonder. Wait a minute. Let's see if we can bring this, because that would kind of make sense. If we did this, let's do that. Take that back out. And then go down here, grab this. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we're going to need a road coming through there. We'll need to flatten this out this way a little bit. I want to extend it a little bit further. So we'll need to go this way a bit. Extending. Now where does this go? So we can bring it out to there. Okay. That should. No, I need a little bit more. A little bit more to this side. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we should. If we extend it out this way a little bit more, then we can move that over a little shade, and we can get a nice slope on this. So, let's take it out about there. Yeah, about there would be fine. Okay. Let's get a bit of a slope going. Because the slope's not going to hurt on this side. It's not too bad. that, I'll get the, I knock that a little bit of an edge off. Maybe that looks fairly natural, somewhat. It's a thought. I just got to see how my day goes. Um, Today's been interesting. um, and I went live mainly because I kind of needed to go live instead of trying to put together a wait, hang on. What does that look like? I don't know. No. Can we custom? Never mind. What about this one? I see that would be kind of cool if we could fit it in. Do you think I could fit it in? I don't know. Which way would we go? Would we go this way? Hmm. Let's see. Hey, Rusty, how you doing, man? Let's see. Let me do a little bit of cleanup here. Let's get that cleaned up. And then, where was that one I was just looking at? Is this one? I don't know. That's a very unique shape. What is, I don't know why. Yeah, let me look at something here. So, let's see. Let's jump off the tractor real quick. Alright. Is that open? Looks like it's open. Sure. Okay, so those roll back. It has lights of a sort. I think I can fit these in. Let me see if I can fit this in here. So we need, no, we need productions. And we need a grain mill. Boy, a search function would be fantastic on here. There's a grain mill. That's not the one I want, though. The grain mill I want doesn't have a... So I've got two different grain mills in here. I've got a grain mill that can come with a shed or without. There we go. There's a grain... Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be able to have one that has a grain mill and one that doesn't. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. Alright, so if we stick this in here. Whoops. Nope. Nope. I can fit it like that. I think. So it will give us that like that. So let's see if I can make this work. That's about right. And if we do that, So that gives us a grain mill. And then we need a bakery. I have a bakery. Where is it? Grapes, dairy, cement. No. Bakery. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in here. What if I put it around like this, though? If I did it that way. If I put it like this, that would make sense, right? Yeah, okay. So I can put it... I mean, technically I could do it this way. That would be kind of cool. Because it would give us, it would fit it to where it would have those on the outside over there. Or I could do it this way and have them on the outside over here. That might work. Okay, Steve, I appreciate it, man. I'm not going to be much longer, so I will direct people over to your stream because I'm probably only going to be going for another 5 to 10 minutes. I just want to get this in here and burn up the rest of my money. I think we'll put this like this. And that should, look at that. Wow. Okay, so that would be our mill, our grain mill, and our bakery in this little shed here. I think that came out pretty good, actually. And I can still fit through here. I can still, like, it doesn't quite. And that would make sense to have like a window open like that. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. All right, that came up pretty good. Okay. So, I think that'll work out because, yeah, that's where we put in our grain. That's where the flour comes out. That's where the bread comes out. And that's where we put in our flour. So we'll only have to move the flour from there to there. Easy peasy. So yeah, and then you have this. So technically people could come in this way and get their bread. We'd close the garage door on this side. So they wouldn't be coming through here. They'd actually enter over here. And that's just the production side of stuff. This is where the sell point is. Cool. All right. Fantastic. All right, so this, you know what? I am also going to add, if I can, a silo. Not a big one. It's actually a shed. Well, I appreciate that. It just kind of, to me, it just kind of keeps it nice and neat. Like, you know, it looks like a bakery, basically. This one. This is what I want. I am going to use this as a holding point. Yeah. Gonna put it over there for the time being, and we will just store our clothing here. So the bread and the clothing that come out down here will be stored over here until we take it for sale. What does that say? World of Fashion. Okay. All right. Look at that. So now I just have to go get a wagon, um, hook up to it, and bring oats over here and get that grain mill moving. So yeah, that's our little commercial area. Um, we're making a little commercial area out of that. Everything else is like keeping the homestead away from it. Just like the sawmills and stuff are over here, they're away from the main homestead area. But yeah, all right, guys. Been going for about an hour and 43 minutes. Um, my next one, we're gonna finish putting in. I wonder if it's a hookup. I don't think it will. I think I need my other tractor for this one because this tractor tends to hook low, like hook down here, down there. There is no hookup up here. So I have a tendency to use these tractors for these the bigger trailer like this one because it has a higher connection point. So yeah, there you go. It's basically straight. So yeah, hooks up there. Anyway, thanks guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna leave it right here. We will. I'll do all this on my next episode. And we'll get the bread running, and hopefully we'll make some more money because now I'm down to 30,000. Rusty, appreciate you jumping in. Appreciate your support, sir. Same with Stu. Same with everybody else that's come in here. Again, always appreciate you guys coming in and taking time to spend with me. I know time is a precious commodity, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming in and spending your time with me. Please take care of yourselves, guys. Um, Hope you have a great night and a great tomorrow, and we will catch up with you guys later. Take care of yourselves.